big merry-go-round. You're up and then down, going in circles, trying to get to where you are. Everybody's been counting you out, but where are they now? Sitting in the same old place, just faces in the crowd. We all make mistakes, you might fall on your face, but you gotta get out. I'd rather stand tall than live on my knees, 'cause I am a conqueror, and I won't accept defeat. Try telling me no. One thing about me is I am a conqueror. I am a conqueror. Got a vision that no one else sees. A lot of dirty work, roll up your sleeves. Remember, there's a war out there, so come prepared to fight. You never know where the road leads you. Not everyone's gonna believe you. And even though they're wrong, don't prove it right. I'd rather stand tall than live on my knees. Can't live on my knees, 'cause I am a conqueror, and I won't accept defeat. Try telling me no. One thing about me is I am a conqueror. I am a We all make mistakes, you might fall on your face, but you gotta get up. We all make mistakes, you might fall on your face. Don't ever give up. I'd rather stand tall than live on my knees. 'Cause I am a conqueror. I am a conqueror. Accept defeat. Try telling me no. Try telling me no. One thing about me. So one thing about me is I am a conqueror. I am a conqueror. I am a conqueror. We all make mistakes, you might fall on your face, but I am a conqueror. Life is like a big merry-go-round. You're up and then down, going in circles, trying to get to where you are. Everybody's been counting you out, but where are they now? Sitting in the same old place, just faces in the crowd. We all make mistakes, you might fall on your face, but you gotta get up. I'd rather stand tall than live on my knees, 'cause I am a conqueror, and I won't accept defeat. Try telling me no. One thing about me is I am a conqueror. I am a conqueror. Got a vision that no one else sees. A lot of dirty work, roll up your sleeves. Remember, there's a war out there, so come prepared to fight. You never know where the road will lead you. Not everyone's gonna believe you. And even though they're wrong, don't prove it right. I'd rather stand tall than live on my knees. Can't live on my knees, 'cause I am a conqueror, and I won't accept defeat. Try telling me no. One thing about me is I am a conqueror. I am a We all make mistakes. You might fall on your face, but you gotta get up. We all make mistakes. You might fall on your face. Don't ever give up. I'd rather stand tall than live on my knees. 'Cause I am a conqueror. I am a conqueror. And I won't accept defeat. Try telling me no. Try telling me no. One thing about me. So one thing about me is I am a conqueror. I am a conqueror. I am a conqueror. We all make mistakes. You might fall on your face, but I am a conqueror. Life is like a big merry-go-round. You're up and then down, going in circles, trying to get to where you are. Everybody's been counting you out, but where are they now? Sitting in the same old place, just faces in the crowd. We all make mistakes. You might fall on your face, but you gotta get up. I'd rather stand tall than live on my knees, 'cause I am a conqueror, and I won't accept defeat. Try telling me no. One thing about me is I am a conqueror. I am a conqueror. Got a vision that no one else sees.
Please remain standing for the prayer. Miss Tamisha Hazel will lead us in prayer.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we give grace and courage to the ones who have worked hard and now greet this special time of graduation. We thank you for protecting and guiding them to this point. All praise and glory to you. Inspire the graduates to put to good use all knowledge, skills, and life lessons gained through their education. Most importantly, as they face unknown challenges moving on, help them to keep their and greatest wisdom of all. Knowing that Jesus Christ and the power of the cross, let them keep this close to them. A chapter has closed and another eagerly awaits. Pave the road with opportunities and inspire them to live with hope in this incredible journey called life. Continue to bless.
Please remain standing for the territorial song.
Dear motherland, your children raise your standard high in toil and tears to serve you well, a crowning jewel from God's hand. Oh, Montserrat, by nature blessed, to you your children sing. Come well of all, come friend of all, to you your people cling. We sing our land in harmony. May God be our eternal God. May Montserrat a house of hope, a haven in the Carib Sea. Oh, Montserrat, by nature blessed, to you your children sing. Come well of all, come friend of all, to you your people cling.
Thank you. You may be seated. The Brace Primary School would like to welcome all of you here this afternoon at our 2022 graduating ceremony. I would like to recognize the presence of Dr. Gregory Julius, Director of Education, and other members from the ministry, the parents of the graduating class, the graduating children, the well-wishers, and all our other people who usually support the Brace Primary School. Welcome to our graduation ceremony. I will now introduce your chairperson for this afternoon. Our Masters of Ceremony for this afternoon proceedings is a former student of the Brace Primary School. She later went on to attend the Montserrat Secondary School, then the Montserrat Community College. She's a creative, dedicated, passionate, and highly motivated teacher. She has taught at the Brace Primary School for the past 5 years. She's presently the grade 5 teacher. Please welcome Ms. Tanisha Grant as our Master of Ceremonies this afternoon.
Good afternoon. I would like to join with Teacher Ingrid and welcome you to the Year of the Trailblazers. 15 October 2017, I stepped into a classroom and was greeted by 18 inquisitive faces. This classroom became my home away from home for the next 8 months. These 18 faces became my children. It was all a bit nerve-wracking at first, but under the guidance of Teacher Ingrid Osborne, my first week at grade 2 flew by swiftly. Second week as grade 2 teacher came, and I became the captain of the ship. I blinked once, and the 8 months went by lightning fast. 14 months later, Teacher Catherine and myself welcomed my beloved students in grade 4. By this time, the class grew in numbers. So many happened this year. I had to travel overseas. Corona came shortly after. Schools were closed for quite some time. I was unable to see my darlings. Fast forward to a few months later, I was given the opportunity to teach my darlings a third time. At this point, I felt like they were following me. Over the years, we had our good days and a few bad days. This class saw me through the most trying period of my life. This class have challenged me in so many ways. I've grown as a teacher with today's graduating class. It is a profound honor to chair today's proceedings. Although I'm deeply saddened to see them leave the shelter of the Brits Primary School, I'm happy that they are moving on to another level of their academic journey. Class of 2022. Always remember that you are enough. You are important. You are valuable. You are humans and you will make mistakes. Learn from them. Be kind always. Don't be afraid to stand up for what's right. Learn to be grateful. Gratitude brings happiness. There is magic and beauty all around you. You just have to find it. And if you can't find it, I'm absolutely positive that you will create it. It would be remiss of me if I didn't thank the parents of the students of the graduating class for providing a safe, loving, and healthy environment to care for and nurture these children into good citizens. Give yourself a tap on the shoulder. Thank you. Finally, trailblazers. I know you are going to do amazing things with your life. I will always be present cheering you on. Thank you for all the laughs, the fond memories. I will forever hold those memories close to my heart. Even the not so fond memories. Do great things at MSS. We at Brits Primary School will be watching. Thank you, Teacher Ingrid, for the introduction. Without further ado, let's get started into today's proceedings. I'll now invite our principal, Mistress Yvonne Braid Julius, to present to us the principal's report.
Good afternoon, everyone. Permit me to accept the protocol already established. Principal's report for the school year 2021-2022. The Brits Primary School staff and students moved steadily forward amidst the difficulties faced during this COVID-19 pandemic. Guided by our motto, aim high, the will does it, we maintained our commitment in stimulating each student to work at his or her highest potential at all times, while acknowledging and respecting differences in each other's ability, whether it be in academics, sports, or the arts. The school year started on September 6, 2021, and will end on July 29, 2022. The focus continued to be the meeting of objectives as stated by the School Improvement Plan 2021-2022. Leadership and management. The school's leadership at the beginning of the school year began with the deputy head teacher, Mrs. Ingrid Osborne, supported by the other members of the management team and staff due to the fact that the principal was on leave. The year started with 10 teachers, 2 personal assistants, and 3 apprentices. Support staff for music, dance, drama, and a guidance counselor. The teachers, as usual, were given responsibilities such as sports coordinators, fundraising committees, planners for socials, and the likes. This approach seeks to give everyone a chance in the decision-making process so that each individual can feel as an important part of the organization. Teaching and learning. The following data will show the students' performance over the reporting period. Term 1, math average for boys 70.4, girls 73.9. So the average for maths for term 1 was 72.4. For language, boys 76.4, girls 74. Average 74.1%. Science 74.7 for boys, 79.7 for girls, an average of 77.1%. Social studies 70.2 for boys, 76% for girls, an average of 73.88%. Term 2, math boys 70.9, girls 74.6, average 72.9. Language, boys 70.1, girls 73.2, average 71.5. Science 75.3 for boys, 80.2 for girls, 77.8 the average. And social studies 70.4, 73 for boys, 73.4 for girls, 71.9 all on average. Term 3, math 67.1 for boys, 69.4 for girls, an average of 68.3%. Language 70.6 for boys, 74.3 for girls, average of 72.4%. Science 75.1% for boys, 76.2 for girls, average 75.7%. Social studies 71.2% for boys, 74.3% for girls, an average of 72.8%. So term 1's average was 73.8%, term 2, 73.5%, and term 3, 72.3%. For the whole year, the boys' average was 71.4% and the girls' 74.9%. So the school is now working at a 73.2% average. The data shows that despite the interruptions the staff encountered, they put in the extra effort to keep term 3's average still in the 70s. The school worked at an average of 73.2 for the reporting period. The staff and pupils should be congratulated for their hard work and commitment. Honor roll. Honor roll certificates are given out on a termly basis for students who attain 80% and above as an added incentive to encourage students to make an extra effort. Term 1, we had 47 students on the honor roll. Term 2, 56. Term 3, 53. At the end of the school year, an extra token is given for those who stayed on the honor roll for the whole year, and we had 43 students who did just that. Give them a hand, please. SEND program. The program started in September with 21 students, and 2 more were added during the course of the year. 4 of these students are ESL students. The SEND unit was strengthened by the addition of 2 personal assistants and an apprentice. Students made strides in their development with this assistance. 3 of these students will be transferring to the Montserrat Secondary School. This year also boasts 4 students placing in the top 20 for the CPA essay writing competition, with our very own Jessica Pike placing first overall. Give them a hand, please. Staff development. Majority of staff were also engaged in the University of the West Indies courses, where they were successfully enrolled in 17 different classes, with some individuals undertaking 2, while 1 staff member successfully completed a CELTA course. The new Salford reading test. The new Salford reading test was introduced last school year. Students who were reading at or above their chronological age were not expected to redo the test this year. Grade 1 class did the test for the first time, so all students were included. The results show that 35% of the grade 1 boys and 60% of the girls are reading at or above their chronological age, while 41% of the boys and 50% of the girls are performing above their chronological age in comprehension. Although the data shows marginal numbers from grades 2 to 6 who are performing above in both areas, it should be noted that much improvement was registered even though students are still performing below their chronological ages. Attendance. Term 1, boys 96%, girls 96.3%, average 96.2%. Term 2, girls 88.5%, boys 91.8%, an average of 90.2%. Term 3, boys 69%, girls 71.9%, an average of 70.5%. Our year's average is 85.6%. The decrease in attendance for term 3 was as a result of students being absent as a direct response to the COVID-19 pandemic. Curriculum development. The Ministry of Education embarked on the development of a national curriculum of which teachers were a part. Some areas of this curriculum will be piloted in September. Activities for this year. Team spirit among staff members was quite evident as we planned and prepared for the activities for the year. Breadfruit Fest, where teachers as well as resource personnel demonstrated to students the different ways in which breadfruit can be prepared. Breast cancer awareness. The Brace Primary School took part by having the children wearing pink and forming a pink ribbon. The book parade. Grades 3 and 4 students took part in the annual parade put on by the Ministry of Education. Christmas concert. Students' talents in dance, music, and other dramatic presentations were displayed. Walkathon. This year, we did an alternate route because of weather conditions. We thank everyone for their support. We also had Jeans and Hot Dog Day. Commonwealth Day Show. Classes represented different Commonwealth countries in their presentations. Heritage Day. A day when resource personnel were brought in to share our heritage with different classes while others went on field trips. Sports Day. We welcomed the opportunity to engage in this activity after 2 years. Our athletes were delighted to have their time to display their abilities. First, there was the road race, and then the meet. Blue Macaws were the winners for this event. We say thank you to all individuals and associations that helped to make our sports day a success. Queen's Platinum Jubilee. There was a fun day for the students put on by the governor. We also celebrated the OECS Community Day by wearing the colors of the flag on the special day. Interaction with stakeholders. Classes embarked on a total of 40 field trips and had 25 resource personnel interacting with our students over the reporting period. We express our gratitude to these stakeholders. Additionally, I would like to take this opportunity to thank all religious knowledge instructors who gave of their time to share with the students every Thursday morning. New initiatives for the school year. The kindergarten class started a saving initiative in the second week of March. Students brought in reusable containers and decorated them to begin their saving project. The goals were to encourage saving and to use savings to fund an end-of-year class picnic. All students participated. Champion savers were a Jean Charles, $149.40, and a Moya Lee, $126.90. 5 students were able to save in an excess of $50. Class teachers also took part in this initiative. Give them a hand, please. Grade 5 held an Easter tea party where students were expected to display proper etiquette. Donations. We say a hearty thank you to the MNI Boys and Girls Association for their continued support, which can be seen in some of the gifts students will receive tonight, as well as gifts for honoraries. The other people who we like to say thanks to are the Chewitz family for the donation of a laptop, books from Her Excellency Sarah Tucker, gifts from Project Aid Aliagana for students, the Ryans family of Sweeney's, the Ministry of Education for their continued support and assistance over the past year. Challenges. Behavior continues to be a challenge. After the beginning of the school year, when students are settled, behavior is usually satisfactory. But as students return from vacation periods and lockdown due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, the students take a very long time to settle. The guidance counselor plays an active role in supporting teachers, parents, and students in addressing these negative behavior. Thanks, Mrs. Gibbons. I would like to personally thank the staff of the Braids Primary School family for their unwavering dedication and commitment. These teachers have done an excellent job by supporting each other, supporting students even during lockdowns, interacting with parents about students' welfare, and the overall day-to-day running of the school. We know that no one is perfect, but they did an excellent job over the reporting period. Teachers, I can't thank you enough for a job well done. Give them a hand, please. We, the Braids Primary School family, give God thanks for bringing us safely through the school year and for allowing us to register so many successes. We are hoping that He will continue to bless us with strength, health, and wisdom to go through the upcoming year as we commit to fulfilling our duties to the best of our abilities with your continued support. To you, the graduating class, graduation marks more than the end of one chapter in your life and the beginning of another. It marks the passage from primary school student to secondary school student, which further prepares you for a wide open world of possibilities. You will be making decisions that impact your future in all aspects of your life. Some decisions will be easier than others. However, whether these be easy or difficult, take time to weigh the consequences of each before deciding. Carry the values which were imparted to you in this family to your new family. We wish you great success in all your endeavors. Remember to always put God first and be grateful for everything in your life, no matter how simple. Go with God. As one minister always says, may God bless you real good. Thank you.
Thanks to Teacher Yvonne for a very detailed report. I'll now invite on stage the OG dancers, and they'll be dancing to Boast in a God. OG dancers.
When you send me up, when you send me up, boss in a gun. When you send me up, boss in a gun, oh, boss in a gun, oh, boss in a gun, oh. Set me free from my jailer, set me free from my pain, set me free from all of the hurt, all of the shame. You're the giver of salvation. You're the giver of light. You are the truth, the resurrection, and the life. So when you send me, me a boss in the Lord, boss in the Lord, the boss in the Lord, boss in the Lord. God alone, I'm a shield, I'm a king. Me a boss about him. Me a boss in the Lord, boss in the Lord, the boss in the Lord, boss in the Lord. God alone, I'm a source, everything. Me a boss about him. Yeah, me a boss in a God, but not about material things. Cause everything on earth will fade away. I sing and keep my hallelujah and my praise rising to He who is everlasting. Yeah, me a boss in a God. Yeah, I'm proud with it. Nah, keep no secret, stand up in a crowd with it. All the glory, all the honor, yeah, Him get it. All the blessing, them in my life, yeah, Him set it. The reason I'm a winner is cause the Savior's by my side. I thank God I am forgiven, I've been saved and sanctified. Through the tests and through the trials, all the times I could have died. I will brag, I will show off because of you, God. So when you send me, me a boss in the Lord, boss in the Lord, the boss in the Lord, boss in the Lord. God alone, I'm a shield, I'm a king, me a boss in a God. Protect me from my enemy, yeah. Boss in a God. I got the Lord that carry me, yeah. Boss in a God, boss in a God, boss in a God. So when you see me, yeah. Boss in a God. Protect me from my enemy, yeah. Boss in a God. I got the Lord that carry me, yeah. Boss in a God, boss in a God. So when you see me, yeah. Boss in a the Lord, boss in a the Lord, the boss in a the Lord, boss in a the Lord. God alone, I'm a shield, I'm a king. I'm a boss about him, me a boss in a the Lord, boss in a the Lord, the boss in a the Lord, boss in a the Lord. God alone, I'm a everything's on me a boss about him. Yeah, my boss it. Yeah, my boss it. Fi me God alone get the trophy. Yeah, my boss it. Hey. Yeah, my boss it. Watch how my boss it. Fi me God alone get the trophy. I feel me blessing on the boss it.
Our guest speaker for this afternoon is none other than Shanae Taylor Lee. Shanae Taylor Lee is an alumni of the Braids Primary School, a part of the graduating class of 2013, where she completed her final 2 years of primary school after migrating to Montserrat from the UK. She then went on to the Montserrat Secondary School, where she graduated in the year 2018, attaining 8 CSEC passes, 4 of which were grades 1. Alongside her CSEC passes, she was awarded Most Outstanding EDPM and Social Studies student as well. Overall business student in 2018 at the National CXC Award. Shanae achieved the Most Outstanding Performance in Business Education Studies 2017-2018. After completion of her tenure at the Montserrat Secondary School, Shanae began her tertiary education at the Montserrat Community College. There, she was president of the Student Council as well as an active member of the Debate Society, where she was part of the Montserrat team in the Leeward Island debate competition held in Montserrat in 2020. On completion of a 2 years tenure, Shanae graduated from the MCC as valedictorian of a class, obtaining a GPA of 3.26 and an associate degree in business studies, entrepreneurship, where she completed 8 modules. Shanae successfully attained a Government of Montserrat scholarship in 2020 and is currently studying in the United Kingdom for her bachelor's degree in market at the University of West England, Bristol. For the academic year 2020-2021, Shanae was placed on the Dean's list for her academic accomplishments for said year. Upon completion of her studies, Shanae endeavors to return to the island of Montserrat, where she would work within the tourism division, offering her marketing expertise as she aspires to become a marketing specialist in the area of social media and brand management. When she's not caught up in academic, Shanae enjoys spending quality time with family, friends, going to the beach, playing games, and good night out. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together as we welcome Shanae Taylor Lee.
Health and Social Services, other ministers of government, Director of Education, other ministry officials, principal, staff, parents, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. When I was asked by Principal Mrs. Julius to be the guest speaker for today's graduation ceremony, I was honored, as I was in this very position you're in right now 9 years ago. I remember sitting in those very chairs, anxious to move on to the next stage of my life, that being the Montserrat Secondary School. I know some of you may be nervous, while others will be thrilled to leave the primary school to move onwards. I was asked to speak today on success and what it means to be successful. When I thought about the topic of success, I started reflecting on all the successes I have accomplished thus far, how I achieved them, and what it meant to me. Today, I will leave you with 3 vital tips for success. The first aspect of success I want you to think about today has to do with being good to yourself. Treat yourself with kindness and encouragement along your life's journey. It's important to celebrate all victories, both large and small, on the journey towards fulfilling your dreams. It all begins with recognizing that you are a successful individual right now. With all that you have accomplished so far, and your successes can only multiply from here on if you do what is required. Simply have a determination to pursue your happiness, your goals, and your dreams is a success in itself. It takes an incredible amount of courage to wake up every morning and keep moving and keep motivating yourself to work towards the life that you've always imagined living. The preparation part of success equates to your journey should be celebrated, for success is simply not a destination. Success is not something that you arrive at one day. To many people, success is a milestone achieved after countless struggles and lots of perseverance. Success is having a vision, a goal, a commitment to furthering your aspirations with clear steps on how you will achieve them. Success demands hard work and patience. It is not something granted overnight. We live in an era where everyone wants to be successful. Everyone wants to complete something in their life. At this stage in your life, success may mean getting good grades in school, getting into the set of your choice at the Montserrat Secondary School, to excel in sports or extracurricular activities. As you become older, your goals will change, and what is required to succeed will also change. However, success differs from one person to another. All of your fellow graduates have different goals, and therefore, success will mean different things to all of you. But remember, your individual success is not defined by anyone else's standards. You must first be happy and satisfied that you have done all that you can to achieve your own level of success. You will know when you have achieved it when you feel a level of satisfaction and pride in yourself, like you've never felt before. Never disregard anyone else's success because it does not mirror your own. We are all here to fulfill many different purposes and have many different destinies. Finally, to be successful, you may go through failures and disappointment. Facing failure fearlessly is required if you want to resurrect from disappointment and continue your journey to being a successful person you desire to be. Facing failure head-on is important, as sometimes it is the only thing that guides us through our journey to success. Do not be afraid of failure, and always remember, when you fail, compose yourself, lean on your trusted friends and family, learn from it, and keep pushing. To the parents, families, friends, and wider community of the graduating class, I leave you with this. Success is never an easy road, nor is it a straight one. However, I encourage us to support each of the students along their path of success in whatever avenue that may mean for them. Success for them is not what we want or what everyone else desires for them, but most importantly, what they envision for themselves. Secondary school is full of amazing opportunities, but you are responsible for taking those opportunities and transforming them into meaningful experiences for yourself. Make friends that will support you and that will wish you well, that will help you remain focused on the reason you are at school. Be respectful to your teachers and fellow classmates, and most importantly, make lots of memories and have fun while doing it. As you dream up the next 5 years, I want you to promise me that you will dream big. Promise me that you will have the courage and confidence to do so. I do not doubt that everyone seated here this evening will be successful. And why not? Our alma mater is one of the best and has a great track record for producing many valedictorians at the Monster Secondary School and beyond. Whatever your chosen paths are, I look forward to seeing the successful young men and women you become. So, as I leave you with these words, I want to congratulate each and every one of you on this milestone that you have already successfully enjoyed. And best of luck to you as you move on to your secondary level of education. Congratulations, class of 2022.
Thank you, Ms. Shani Taylor-Lee. We'll now move on to a piece of entertainment. Let's welcome the Steel Orchestra. Give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. In the meantime, can Teacher Jamelia, Teacher Rihanna, and Teacher Jose make their way to the stage, please? Thank you. Thank you very much, Steel Orchestra. I'll now invite teacher Rihanna Mead to the stage, Mr. Elvis Bryan, first. Okay, okay. Sorry, I'll now invite teacher Jose White to the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. We come to the beginning of the prize giving. We're going to start with the graduating class. Each student will receive a certificate from the Ministry of Education, from the Braids Primary School, and a small token from ECCB. They will collect them all at the same time as they come up. First, we have Tanisha Benny. Hannah Brenton Murillo. Brianna Bryan. Michael Chambers. Joshua Fenton. Darian Furlong. Randy Jermaine. Daquan Gomes. Shante Gordon. Joshua Henry. Victor James III. Evita Lawrence. Maria Lee. Payson Mighty Lewis. Janet Medina. Jessica Pike. Peticia Queely, Ethan Richards, Claricia Ryan, Erica Sinclair, Aiden Turner, who is overseas, Theon Weeks, Aisha Wilkins, Latoya Wilson, Deanna Winspear, Dejanelle Witter. We go on to other prizes. We have a prize from the Montserrat Red Cross for students who uphold universal principles of the Red Cross. Those two students would be Deanna Winspear, Claricia Ryan. Prize from the Braids Primary School for well-behaved student in the grade 6 class goes to Hannah Brenton Murillo. Prize for a very helpful student, sponsored by the St. James Anglican Mothers Union, goes to Theon Weeks. Most responsible in the grade 6 class, a prize sponsored by the Montserrat Union of Teachers, goes to Latoya Wilson. Best attired boy in the grade 6 class wears the uniform with pride. A prize sponsored by BBC Radio and TV goes to Ethan Richards. We have prizes for 3 students sponsored by the Bramble family, 3 students for performance in sports. Those 3 students, firstly, Theon Weeks. Second one, don't get comfortable, Ethan Richards. And the third student would be Aisha Wilkins. Okay. Bank of Montserrat has sponsored us 3 prizes. Firstly, they sponsored a prize for the top student on the grade 6 MSS exams, the national exams, the placement exams. That will be given out at a later date. We are still without results. They've also sponsored a prize for the valedictorian in the class, and also for the first place position in grade 6. The valedictorian and the first place position belong to one and the same, Miss Tevita Lawrence. Ms. Siobhan Chewett has sponsored an award for the outstanding mathematics student in the grade 6 class. That is the student with the highest average at the end of the 3 terms. That goes to Kaysen Mighty Lewis. Another prize for athletics, top athlete in the grade 6 class, sponsored by the GEM Foundation. This goes to Theon Weeks. The Rotary Club of Montserrat has sponsored a humanitarian award. This goes to Miss Tevita Lawrence. Montserrat Christian Council has given an award for the student who displays good moral values. This goes to Jessica Pike. For outstanding performance in the area of music, Mr. Herman Francis has decided to award 4 students. These 4 students are Tevita Lawrence, Peticia Queely, Claricia Ryan. Brianna Bryan. Two prizes would be awarded to students in the SEN department. The first prize would be for the most improved student, and that is Randy Germain. The other prize will be for the most consistent student in the SEN department, and that goes to Janet Medina. The Honorable Premier, Mr. Easton Taylor Farrell, continues to sponsor the top two students in the grade 2 class. Those two students are Stephanie Pear and Amaya Hickson. The Braids Primary School sponsors an award for the Champion Walkathon Collector. For the second year in a row, this goes to Miss Dejournay Menzies Charles. Dejona Menzies Charles, sorry. Faith. Although Montserrat no longer does CPEA, we continue to take part in the regional CPEA story writing competition. This year, the first place winner for the region came from the grade 6 class of the Braids Primary School. The winner was Jessica Pike. Okay, so I now continue with the honor roll for term 3 in the grade 6 class. We welcome Mrs. Michelle Pike on stage to continue with the prize giving. So honor roll for term 3 in grade 6, Tavita Lawrence. Jessica Pike. Claricia Ryan. Deanna Winspear. Latoya Wilson. Hannah Brenton Murillo. And Kason Lewis. Okay, now we're going to do the principal's honor roll, which would be students who managed to get 80% as an overall average for all 3 terms. Tevita Lawrence, Jessica Pike, Deanna Winspear, Claricia Ryan, Kason Lewis, Hannah Brenton Murillo, Latoya Wilson. We now have awards for subjects in grade 6. The subject awards, outstanding students in the subject. Mathematics, Kason Lewis. Science, Tevita Lawrence. Language Arts, Jessica Pike. And Social Studies, Vita Lawrence. Thank you.
We'll now invite Teacher Rihanna to the stage. Thank you, Teacher Jose.
The top performers per class. The academic year 2021-2022 has no doubt been a challenging one for all, yes, all of our students. Yet they persevered, and we can say they aimed high, their will definitely did it. Students are listed in alphabetical order. Kindergarten, Ajon Charles, Tajre Kerwin, Amoya Lee. Grade 1, please assemble on the other side. We have 2 grade 1 classes, Taiva Jibri, Chase Hobson Gibbons, Kiara Ryan, Lueri Leveris Charles, Kenny Luson, Micah Ryan. Taiva. Grade 2, Adriana Boye, Amaya Hickson, and Stephanie Pear. Grade 3, Ahaya Towers, Clevon Ryan, Leah Reiner John. Grade 4, Sephora Jean-Pierre, Charlene McNichols, Caden White. Grade 5, Natalie Duran, Jemiah Fenton, Galia St. Paul. And from our graduating class, grade 6, Tavita Lawrence, Jessica Pike, Claricia Ryan.
Thank you, Teacher Rihanna and Teacher Pike. I'll now call Teacher Jamilia to the stage and Teacher Yvonne. Good evening. This evening, we'd like to honor a few persons who've made significant contributions to the Braids Primary School. It's a small token of appreciation, but the principal, staff, and pupils are eternally grateful for all that you've done. First off, we'd like to express our thanks to a few teachers for their vast contribution, not only to the academic life of all the students who were in their care, but for every other aspect of school life where they were generous with their time and gifts. They've shared so much with staff and pupils alike. Our first honoree worked in the school for 5 years as a teacher assistant. She started in grade 4 and then moved to grade 2, but spent most of her time in kindergarten. She thoroughly enjoyed interacting with all of the pupils as well as developing her skill as an educator. She was never shy about trying new things and always gave of her best. Our first this evening is Miss Jonella Irish. Our next honoree started as a substitute teacher in kindergarten, then continued on as a teacher assistant for 1 academic year. And in that short space of time, she made a great impact.
She was always willing to go the extra mile and continually showed that she had the students' best interest at heart. Our next honoree is Mrs. Alicia Agard. Okay, our third honoree, she volunteered her time to help students who were struggling, as well as help teachers with any resources needed. As staff recognized her invaluable contribution, she continued on as a teacher assistant. She was very active in sports preparation, and you could always hear her under the field shouting, "Go Braids!" Mrs. Amelda Winspear. Okay. Our next honoree started with us as a personal assistant and continued on for 6 years before transferring to MSS to continue on that same journey. While at Braids, we can all testify that she was always willing to learn, would always ask questions to clarify, and has always had an encouraging word and a smile on her face. Even after transferring to MSS, she was and still is always willing to assist with any and everything at Braids Primary School. Mrs. Anna K. Dugan, Brian. Our next honoree contributed 15 years of dedicated service to the Braids Primary School. She's always ready with a smart quip, and there's no doubt that you always knew how she felt. She's a strong believer in discipline and respect, as these will never go out of style. She was always an avid sports supporter, and we could always hear her shouting from under the scoring tent many a time. Mrs. Catherine Brown. Rain or sun, our dedicated religious knowledge teacher is always present, please, to conduct sessions in the early childhood classes for as long as we can remember. Her sessions are always interactive, and she would always have a special treat to share. There's always an encouraging word on her lips, reminding students that they can if they truly try. Sister Frances Riley. Our next honoree has contributed 10 years of dedicated service to the Braids Primary School and always encourages the children to shine with their musical talent and creativity. As a result, our students continue to shine in the school's steel pan orchestra, as you witnessed earlier, and some of our students are also members of the Youth Symphony, thanks to Mr. Francis. He hosts Easter, summer, and Christmas music workshops. We really wonder when he really gets time to rest. Mr. Herman Cupid Francis. Now we'd like to honor a few parents. To our parents and guardians, we extend a sincere thank you for choosing our school for educating your child for a better future. As a parent, you play a highly significant and a precious role in your child's life. You have made it your business to play an active role at the Braids Primary School, and we would like to express our gratitude to you. Now, this first parent is a father. He's very active in his child's life and has provided technical support at the drop of a hat to the Braids Primary School. We hope that even after Kason has left, he will continue to support us. Mr. Calvin Lewis. Our next parent hasn't only been supportive to her daughter, but to the entire school body. And this has been since her daughter Deanna has been in kindergarten. Miss Lola Harris. Her son will collect on her behalf. And our final parent is a young man who has not only been supportive to his daughter, but also to the entire staff. He always has an encouraging word to share with the students from kindergarten straight to grade 6. It matters not who they are. He interacts with the teachers and always has a helping hand extended. Of course, he also provides invaluable support to Latoya Wilson. We call on stage Mr. Damian Ray Cole. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Teacher Jamilia and Teacher Yvonne.
My apologies. I'd like to call on stage Tevita and Kason, please. And to the persons who assisted this evening in making our graduation ceremony a success, we have a small token of appreciation for you. Mr. Elvis Bryan, Miss Shanae Taylor Lee, and Mrs. Michelle Pike. Can you please come?
Tonight, I have decided to give a token to each teacher at the Braids Primary School. So I'll start from grade 6 and make my way down so as not to forget anyone. Miss Jose White, please come to the stage. From top up low.
Miss Tanasia Grant.
At grade 5, Miss Tanesia Grant. At grade 4, we have Mrs. Michelle Pike, assisted by Miss Chavelle Brown. At grade 3, we would have had Mrs. Verna Johnson and assisted by Miss Bridget Lucien. At grade 2, Miss Jamila Greenaway. We had 2 grade 1s, and at grade 1 we had Miss Lorianne Brand, Mrs. Romelda Coward, and they were assisted by Miss Triola Green. At grade K, we had Miss Rihanna Mead and Miss Asma Muhammad. In the Sen unit, we have Mrs. Ingrid Osborne. And she was assisted by Miss Twyla Fenton and Miss Renisha Corbett. And the principal of the Braids Primary School, Mrs. Yvonne Braid Julius. We'd like to invite as well our guidance counselor, Mrs. Kimberly Gibbons. Our music teacher, Mr. Herman Cupid Francis. Our safety officer, Mr. Earl Dawe. Our clerical officer, which would have been Miss Kenesia Powell. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have come to the end of our prize-giving ceremony. I'll now call on the valedictorian of the class of 2022 to deliver her remarks, Miss Tevita Lawrence.
She's rather shy, folks, but this is her daughter.
Honorable guests, Madam Speaker, Principal, Vice Principal, teachers, family, schoolmates, friends, and especially the graduates, the class of 2022. Good evening. Firstly, I would like to give all honor to God, who I am nothing without. Time flies. My name is Tevita Shani Shireen Lawrence. I am 4 years old. When I grow up, I would like to be a lawyer. This was my introduction piece for the Aunt Madge Child's Care Moving On ceremony. It's unbelievable how time has flown by so quickly. Here I am, 7 years later, graduating from the Braids Primary School. Not quite sure if I still would like to be a lawyer, but determined to succeed at whatever career path I'd pursue later in life. It is my honor and great privilege to stand before you as the valedictorian of Braids Primary School class of 2022. It's often said, it takes a village to raise one child. Permit me, therefore, to introduce you to my villagers. Tanesia Grant, Sean Lawrence, and Holland Roberts, my remarkable parents, my second mothers, Grandma Eugenie and Grandma Cynthia, Grandpa Francis and Grandpa Lyndon. To John, my older brother who constantly challenges me with everything, Auntie Tatiana and Auntie Zena, Miss Ingrid Prince, my entire family far and near, my godmothers, Miss Lorraine Ryan, Miss Hannah Farrell, Miss Lorianne Warner, and Miss Tandaka Wilson, Aunt Madge, Auntie Nadine, Auntie Marcy, Auntie Gwen, Miss Financia, Miss Shanice, and Miss Kensiola. They tied my shoelaces when I couldn't, taught me the letters of the alphabet, and provided a watchful eye while I played. Teacher Jennifer provided a safe haven for us students, although my mother often told me she didn't send me to school to play. I often enjoyed and appreciated the play area in Teacher Jennifer's classroom. Teacher Diane. Teacher Lorian could have easily become a choir director. She fostered a happy and healthy classroom environment with her daily morning song sessions. The graduating class became professional singers in grade 3. Teacher Catherine, a no-nonsense teacher. She challenged her students to be the best version of themselves. Teacher Pike, the listener. She would always provide a listening ear to all of my many stories. Teacher Tanesia, my mother. I was never given a free pass in her class. She told me I would be successful and I would go on to do great things. I believe her. Teacher Jose guided me through my final year at primary school. Mr. Francis, the best music teacher in the entire world, believed in me. He sees potential in me that I didn't see within myself. He cares for his students. Mrs. Gibbons listened to my constant rants on a regular basis. She accommodated me even when I wasn't on her calendar and during her lunchtime. Teacher Richland, Teacher Anake, Miss Collins, Teacher Evan and Teacher Ingrid, and all the other staff at the Braids Primary School. I feel words are not enough to really convey my gratitude to my villagers. Nevertheless, I would like to say thank you all for your meaningful and valuable contribution towards my 11th year of life. Class of 2022. We studied in an environment we had never been before. Google Meet, Google Classroom, but we fought hard and worked even harder to rise to every challenge. Today is proof that we all succeeded. Congratulations, class of 2022. A job well done. May we always remember our circle of friends. We ate together, studied together, celebrated successes together, and exchanged ideas and beliefs that even sometimes ended up with heated debates. Let's all cherish these memories. Amidst the darkness that surrounds us, may we move forward with hope, remembering the lessons and core principles we learned during our years at Braids Primary School. Nelson Mandela states, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." Class of 2022, take full advantage of your free education afforded to you. We can change the world. Class of 2022, remember to aim high as you move on to the Montserrat Secondary School. The will does it. I thank you.
Thank you, Miss Tevita Lawrence, my daughter. We'll now move on to the bottom end of our program. Sorry, I almost forgot about the song. This class is by far the best singers at Braids Primary School. Let me invite on the stage the graduating class of 2002, grade 6, to sing their final song for you. Grade 6. Teacher Ingrid.
Struggling together side by side, though we never make it, we cry. We messed up, but fought our way back, now we're stronger. You guided our way, taught us to gave it all through the day and through the night. We picked ourselves, we won our fights. As we look back on the times we had, we never thought we'd get this far. Through the bad, through the good times, we felt the best of days. We gave our all and fought so hard. With our dreams and goals inside, hand in hand we will stride. We've come so far from where we are. Our future now is shining bright. Here we are, standing tall, with our heads held high. We gave it all through the day and through the night. We picked ourselves, we won a fight. As we stand together and we won't give up. Yeah, we work hard together and we can have it all. We picked ourselves, we won a fight. Here we are, standing tall, with our heads held high. We gave it all through the day.
We can be what you want to be. We can be what we want to be. We will be. We will be.
What I want to be. We can be what we want to be. We can be what we want to be. We will be. We will be. We picked ourselves. We won our fight.
Madam Principal, ladies and gentlemen, I now present to you the graduating class of the Braids Primary School, whose name were the Trailblazers this year. Thank you, y'all go ahead. We now invite Miss Jessica Pike to give the vote of thanks this evening. Grade 6, you can be seated. Thank you.
A warm and graceful evening to our distinguished guests, worthy teachers, dearest parents, my fellow trailblazers, invited friends, and everyone gathered here today. It is my pleasure to deliver a vote of thanks speech and acknowledge the contributions of those who worked really hard to make this annual celebration happen. I, Jessica Pike, on behalf of the Braids Primary School family, first of all, extend my sincerest thanks to the Almighty God for making today's event a success. With His blessings and grace, we are able to make this event what it was. Our sincere gratitude goes to our parents for your rock-solid support system and encouragement. Without your unwavering support, we would not have been able to achieve excellence. I take this opportunity to thank all our teachers and support staff of the Braids Primary School for all the hard work over the years and for organizing this event. We owe you a big debt of gratitude. I extend a big thank you to our guest speaker, Mrs. Shene Taylor-Lee, who spared time from her busy schedule to grace the occasion. Today, my fellow classmates and I had the opportunity to hear your thoughts, which have enlightened our minds and have shown us a new path. Thank you to all our well-wishers and sponsors whose names are itemized on our program. To all of you, we are sincerely grateful for all of the donations and contributions received to make this day a success. Special mention is also made of MNI Boys and Girls, which is a non-profit organization based in Florida, as they donated the school bags that the top 3 students in each class received, and they also helped with acquiring the prizes for our honorees this evening. Special thanks is extended to Miss Tamisha Hazel for the opening prayer, the principal, Mrs. Yvonne Braid Julius, for her annual report, Teacher Ingrid Osborne for her brief introductions, the chairperson, Teacher Tanisha Grant, who so ably conducted this event, Mr. Herman Francis and the Braids Primary School Orchestra, to Teacher Jose White and Teacher Anneke Bryan, who assisted the dancers who danced with such rhythm and energy. Thanks also to our teacher for helping us to learn our song so that we can perform like the rock stars that we are. Last but not least, thank you to each and every one of you who made this celebration memorable for all of us. As I close, once again, I say thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay, so we have come to the end of this year's graduation ceremony. We thank you all for being with us, and we hope that you would get home safely. To the graduates and their parents, you have 1 hour. Take care. Not like that. You know you're supposed to do that.